Hello everyone. I'm gonna wait for some people to get on here. Hope everyone's having a good night. I am so excited to be on here on Facebook Live with the Tourette Association. And sorry about that. And I have been in communication with the Tourette Association recently, and it was back in March of last year that I reached out to them and told them that I wrote a song about having Tourette's and that I was going to be recording it soon and releasing it, and I wanted to figure out a way for the Tourette Association to get involved. And I feel like since this past year's happened, the best way to do that is through social media. This past year has been crazy for so many of us. This time last year, I was living back in Nashville, Tennessee. I moved out there to do music. Hi everyone, this is so exciting. I moved out to Nashville August 2019 to do music and perform and everything, and it was such a great experience, and I loved every bit of it. And I've been doing music my whole life. We got 48 people on here. This is great. This is awesome. You guys, I'm gonna have my mom come in a little bit. She's gonna share a little bit about her story as a parent helping me through my journey with Tourette's. And that's gonna be really important for those parents out there who are in a similar situation. But anyways, yeah, so a year ago I reached out to Tourette Association, and now that the song's out, I've been in communication with them, and they've been awesome to help support me in this. And so anyways, long story short, I'm back in San Diego, and I'm doing music still, performing, and I'm a vocal teacher. But yeah, life is good. It was quite the year, but life is good. So anyways, I thought that this is what we'll do today. I'm going to share my story with you guys about my experience with Tourette's, and then I'm going to play a song for you that I wrote about my experience, and then I'm going to have my mom come in. She's just right out this door, and I'm going to ask her a couple questions, and then she's going to answer those and talk a little bit, and then I'm going to answer some of your guys' questions. So thank you so much for tuning in, and yeah, I guess we'll get started. So basically, I'm a singer-songwriter from San Diego, California. When I was about 4 years old, I was diagnosed with Tourette's, and I don't really remember a lot about being super young with Tourette's, but I do remember when I was diagnosed and just not really understanding it quite yet, but as I got older, you know, I kind of understood it more. And I gotta leave some bits out because when my mom comes in, she's gonna share some stuff. But yeah, so I basically was put into a ton of sports and activities growing up because when I was diagnosed with Tourette's, the doctor told my parents to do everything they could to help me find a passion and a focus and a drive in my life, and nothing really quite stuck until it was music. So, yeah, I was put into music when I was about 11, and throughout my life, my Tourette's have been like this. If you have Tourette's, you know how it goes. For me, it comes in waves, it comes and goes. Fortunately, as I've gotten older, it's gotten a lot easier. I don't really know what it was, but at the rightful age of 27, you know, things have kind of started to feel a little bit better with everything. I still have Tourette's, I still have tics and everything, but in my life I've kind of gotten used to kind of controlling it in a way. But throughout my life, I had a lot of, I think, anger, and I had a really hard time really accepting what I was going through. I was like, why do I have to go through this? For me, it was mostly like facial twitches, some more motor tics, but I would definitely say that I had more of a mild case growing up. But there were a lot of times in my life where I would break down and I would just be so stressed out, and My mom was always there for me, helping me along the way. She did so much to make sure that my journey with Tourette's was as smooth and as peaceful as it could be. And it was really because of her love, and also my dad, you know, and my family just always being so supportive. But anyways, I would definitely say it's not been easy. I still have days where they will flare up, and it'll just be feeling very defeating and very discouraging. I think maybe a lot of people, even if it's like having to do with mental health or anything like that, it can be discouraging. You'll have a good day, and then some days you're just, you know. But music is the way that I have learned to cope with it and to deal with it. Not deal with it anymore, but embrace it. And so basically, there was one summer, it was like 2017, and I was having a really rough summer. My Tourette's were just so bad, skyrocket, totally flaring up. And I was feeling super depressed one day, and I just crying. I was just like, why? Just why? Like, why can't I just feel like I'm normal, you know? And I'd always have that thing, which is in my mind of just like, why can't I just not deal with this, not have this? So that same day, I was like, you know what? Instead of being in this pain and in this frustration, I'm going to write a song about it. Because when I was about 15, I picked up the guitar. I started writing music, and that was always my way of dealing with things. And so when I was dealing with that really hard day, I put it into a song, and then I shared that song on Facebook, and I was able to see so many people share their stories. Not with Tourette's, but people who have been through hard times in their lives. And it was kind of a turning point for me, to realize that this thing that I had been so angry at my whole life was in a way the biggest blessing, because without it, I don't really know if I would have music so strongly in my life. I don't know if I would be as passionate in my life. So I put that experience into a song, and the song basically just talks about the trials I've been through, but at the end of the day, it's all about embracing who you are, no matter what you have, what you're going through, the hard times you've been through. And it's about embracing yourself and letting the light in, whatever that is for you. So music for me was my light. My family was my light. Choosing joy over being sad about this thing was my joy. And so that's what I wrote this song about. And for those that just tuned in, hi. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. My name is Kristi Krause. I am talking today about the song I wrote called Who I Am. I just released it on Friday on Spotify, Apple Music, and iTunes. And it feels so good to release it, and I'm grateful for the Tourette Association for allowing me to come on here and talk to you guys, because I've waited for an opportunity like this for so long to share my story. So anyways, wrapping that up in a nutshell before my mom comes in. She's going to come in right now, and she's going to talk a little bit to you guys. I want to just say that no matter what you're going through, no matter the struggles you've been through, where you come from, no matter how hard the days can be, you are seriously not alone. We are all in this together. Everyone has something they're dealing with. And I don't ever want anyone to feel like they have to give up because something's holding them back. I want everyone to always feel like they can achieve their dreams. So, I think I might play my song while my mom's in here. You guys, does that sound good? I don't know if there's any questions yet, but we do have questions from the Instagram live. And I'm going to talk about some of those. Jacob, thank you for your comment. Some days are tougher than others, but I don't let it truly defeat me. I'm glad you haven't let it defeat you. Thank you for that. Mom, I'm gonna bring my mom in. This is Deanna, everybody. I have a little chair for her.
Hi.
It's a, what is this?
It's
cheetah? Leopard? I don't even know.
Leopard chair.
I get confused. This is my awesome mom. We've got 54 people on here.
Hi guys. Nice to meet you all.
Yeah, okay. If I say it right, Janny, my son with Tourette's also found music to be calming. You should both do a duet. That would be awesome. Okay, Mom, come and sit down.
Yeah.
We're gonna talk. We're gonna get real for a little bit, okay? So this is my beautiful mother, and I owe everything to her. She's amazing. So Mom, are you here? Do you want to sit where I'm sitting because this is higher?
Yeah.
My mom's a little shorter than me.
I'm a lot shorter than her.
Okay.
She got the height.
Yeah. Okay, Mom. So, guys, this is my mother, Deanna, and I last minute said, "Hey, Mom, do you want to come on Facebook Live and answer some questions?" She knows, you guys. She's a parent of someone with Tourette syndrome. She gets it. She's been through it. So, Mom, I want to ask you some questions about kind of like your experience as a parent through all of this. What was your initial reaction when I was diagnosed with Tourette's?
So, I vividly remember this. We were driving. I was taking her to preschool, and in our van, and she kept twitching her head, facing the window, twitching. I'm like, that's not normal. Not normal. It's not just a little thing that's going to go away. She kept doing it. So I made an appointment with the pediatrician, and they diagnosed her with Tourette's at 4 years old. I will say that a lot of people don't recognize it until the kids are older, like 9 or 10. But I recognized it early on, and that was a blessing to recognize it early. But I will say,
Let me cry. I don't know why I feel like crying.
I was in denial.
Yeah.
For about a year, I thought, oh, she's going to wake up and it's not going to be there anymore. And so after I got over that, I did a lot of research. I was an advocate for her. I went to her schools. I got her the help she needed, and we were in a great school district, and she had a lot of accommodations because I voiced it, and she was teased a lot growing through school.
Yeah.
A lot. But we worked through it, and with the help of the teachers and the district nurses and all of that, she ended up being very successful through school. The one piece of advice that her pediatrician gave me was, you need to find her strength. Find her strength, that she can become confident in something, that she will shine.
Yep, that was a turning point, right?
Yep, and I put her in everything. And
everything!
She had the energy to do it all. Dance, gymnastics,
woo!
Her singing and tennis and swimming. I mean, she did it all.
You name it. Even golfing. That probably lasted 5 seconds, though.
Golfing. And then the singing stuck. So that was her strength. And so at 10, she started lessons, and there you have it.
10, 11, I don't know.
And she was super successful through all of her high school because she had confidence in something she was really good at. And she did very well, succeeded very well, and got really good grades. And I attribute it to her believing in herself and having the confidence to pull through it.
Thanks, Mom.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, okay, we have Alba. Kudos to you, Mom. It is a hard road to inclusion, but people like you make it easier for others out there. My son has it, and he is awesome. Singing is what got through my son through it as well. Yeah, you guys, it's a team effort. I mean, I give kudos to both my parents, but my mom emotionally, she was there for me, and she did everything she could to help me. And so if you're a parent with someone with Tourette's or anything going on, I think just knowing that you're there for them is huge.
Yeah.
And this is the first time we've really shared this story with a lot of people.
Yeah, it is actually, yep.
My son has Tourette's. He was diagnosed in 2nd grade. He is very musically gifted. Also, they made him stay out of the hallway because he is distracted in classrooms. Thank God for Tourette syndrome educators who called him in school and advocated. Yes. Right.
It's the importance of the administration of the school to understand the Tourette's, to understand it. Kristi, because I was such an advocate with her and talked to everybody and everything. She was allowed to excuse herself from class to go to the nurse's office when she had to get my tics out. Let it out.
I'd go to the nurse's office when I was having like a tic attack, I guess you'd say. And I would just go in the nurse's office, kind of lay down, get my stress out, get my tics out. Because if anyone on here with Tourette's knows, when you're trying to hold it in, it just gets worse and worse, and it builds up. And so having that release, that was very helpful. So, yeah.
And understanding, and two, I know it's really hard for family members, moms and dads. You want to just say, can you stop that? Stop it. Just stop it. Because you don't feel it like your child feels it. And they can't stop it. It's uncontrollable.
Yeah.
And if you can just get over that hurdle of knowing that it's uncontrollable and just love your child, love them through it, and it will work. It will definitely work.
Your mom is outstanding. My parents sought help once, and pediatricians said I had bad habits, and they could spank me to stop all this stuff. Okay, this is... Kudos to your mom.
Yeah, you just... Seriously, the best thing a parent can do for the child is to understand that your child cannot help it.
Yeah.
It's a neurological disorder, and they fire. Their neurons fire and fire and fire, and your child can't help it.
Yep. So Mom, I'll ask you one more question,
Okay.
and then I'm going to perform my song for you guys, and then I'm going to answer some questions. What would you, as a parent with someone with Tourette's, what would be your biggest key of advice or a couple points of advice to give to parents or even anyone dealing with it too?
Well, I would say accept it, embrace it, and realize this is something that could be lifelong. It will be lifelong to a different extent. For every kid, it's different. To every level, it's different. But accept it and be on your child's side and understand that what they're doing, they cannot help.
Yeah.
And just be a team.
Compassion.
Be a team.
Yeah. So, Mama, thank you. I love you. Thank you guys for...
And it builds a better relationship. I'll tell you what. We are close. Because of it.
Mm-hmm.
So...
Well, actually, I want to play my song while you're here.
Okay.
We're going to switch spots.
Well, I can sit...
You guys stay. This is fun. This is super fun. We're getting lots of comments. After I perform my song, I'm going to answer your guys' questions, okay? So, Mom, if you want to hang out, you can.
I'll hang out. I'll hang out on the sidelines, like I always do.
So, guys, if you're just now tuning in, hi, welcome. My name's Kristi Krause. This is my mom, Deanna. She just answered some questions for parents out there dealing with, kids that have Tourette's or going through a hard time. And now I'm going to perform a song that I wrote about Tourette's. So
it's for anybody, really.
It's for anybody, really. But this is my song. It's out on Spotify, Apple Music, and iTunes right now. You can go stream it. But this song is a song that I wrote about my journey and my life. And at first it was really hard to write because I was feeling a lot of emotions and a lot of turmoil because I was going through that thing again of why me, why is this happening? But I just pray that this song can give you guys some light and to encourage you to never give up no matter what you're going through. So this song's called Who I Am. Oh, I think my guitar's out of tune, you guys. I'm sorry. Hold on, you guys. It's a little out of tune. 1 second. I got it coming. I did tune it, by the way. And then it kind of got out of tune. Okay. Guys, guys, thank you so much for joining this live. This is awesome. Okay, here we go. This is my song, Who I Am. Why do I get so stressed out? Why am I feeling so down? I just can't shake it. In those moments when there's silence all around, you don't know, but there's a storm spinning around. In my head, got me tired out. Oh, sometimes I feel paralyzed by how I feel. It comes in waves, it comes in waves, but I won't let the darkness win. 'Cause in the light there's happiness. As long as I keep putting one foot in front of the other, as hard as it is, this is a part of who I am. Constant wars, rain is pouring in my mind, and I hate that I try so hard to control and confine. I don't want my weakness to show, but I am learning to let go. There is beauty in this feeling of brokenness, and I'm accepting these many pieces of myself. And those in my life remind me I am not alone. I won't let the darkness win. 'Cause in the light there's happiness. As long as I keep putting one foot in front of the other, as hard as it is, this is a part of who I am. Oh, and I'm trying every day. Oh, I'm fighting on my way. It comes in waves, but these trials that I face only make me stronger. I'm gonna let the light in. 'Cause in the light there's happiness. As long as I keep putting one foot in front of the other, as hard as it is, this is. Oh, I hope you understand. This is part of who I am. Thank you guys. That's my song, Who I Am. My mom's sitting here. I heard some sniffles. You're gonna make me cry. Mama, thank you so much for answering people's questions today. And I'm gonna now answer a couple of questions for you guys that you submitted. Thank you, Mom.
You're welcome.
She's gonna go watch the Facebook Live in another room or something like that.
Bye.
Say bye. Okay, first I'm going to answer some questions off of Instagram Live. Or Instagram, sorry. These were questions that were submitted from you guys, and I'm super excited to get to them today because I feel like it's something that's definitely important to address. Anyways, I'm sorry, I'm posting the live link on my Facebook. There we go. Okay. We have a question here. What would you tell your newly diagnosed self? So we're talking about, when I was diagnosed with Tourette's. When I was 4, I don't really remember what I felt in the moment, but if I were to tell my newly diagnosed self, I would definitely tell her to just take it easy and just to be happy no matter what. That's what I would tell myself, is that, you know, this is something you can't control. There's going to be trials, but keep going. So that's what I would tell myself. The next question is, what would you tell future Kristi? I'm proud of you. I think that's what I would say. It's been a road, you guys. It's been a journey, dealing with Tourette's, and I am happy to say that I feel like I'm at a pretty good point in my life where, you know, I've learned to accept it and embrace it. But I would just tell myself, good job, you know, good job. We need to give ourselves more pats on the back. That's what we need to do. Next question. And then I'm going to take about 3 questions here on Facebook Live. By the way, you guys, I'm seeing all of your comments on here. I'm seeing the stories that you're talking about. I really appreciate them. I love this community. This is awesome. Okay. When were you diagnosed with Tourette's? How did you feel? Same thing, kind of. I was 4. I don't really remember what I felt. It was little later on, maybe when I was like 7. I just remember feeling really discouraged and very different and frustrated at the time. That's what I definitely felt. Oh, I see. Okay, this is a good question. This just came off of Facebook. Did you suppress tics in school and let them out at nighttime? Okay, this is a good question. Yes. I will say that I still do. I still do to suppress it sometimes. And I will definitely say that that's not the answer, but it's definitely something that I've been trying not to do, because then it gets worse, you know, if you hold it in. But yeah, in certain settings, I've definitely suppressed it, but that's just what I've done. But it's never good to suppress anything. What has helped you the most in life when it comes to dealing with tics? Music. I'm gonna stop saying I'm sorry. Music is the thing that has helped me the most. Something cool, I don't really know why, but when I perform and I do music and I'm singing, I notice that my twitches kind of disappear and they kind of just fade away. And I think it's because, you know, what my doctor told me when I was diagnosed, that I need to have a focus in my life. And so that's what I did, was I just pursued music, and I'm continuing to do that because it makes me happy. And I think for any parent out there that has a kid with Tourette's, do everything you can to help them find a passion in life. Okay. How do you get through the rough tic days? Oh boy. Every tic day, I guess you could say, rough tic day, is always different. But I would definitely say just meditation, taking some time to just kind of relax and breathe and calm yourself. It can be very overwhelming, especially in a school setting or a public setting, when your Tourette's are out of control and you don't want people to see it. And then it gets, for me, it would just make my brain just go, ooh, you know. But yeah, I would just try to just take a chill pill, relax, sing, play guitar, an activity. Who are some celebrities with Tourette syndrome that inspire you? Okay, you guys, when I found out that Billie Eilish had Tourette's, I literally was like, are you serious right now? Like, I honestly thought it was cool because she's a singer. I love her music. I think Billie Eilish is so amazingly talented. And when she posted on her story a while ago that she dealt with Tourette's, and I saw some videos on YouTube of her tics and stuff like that, it made me feel better. It made me feel not so alone. Be like, yeah, like I'm not the only one dealing with this, you know? So yeah, she definitely inspires me. And there's a lot of other celebrities that inspire me that have it. Okay, my dad is on here. Hi, Dad. Bob Krause. He says, what did your mom do to work with the school to help others understand you better? So we did talk about this when my mom was in here a little earlier. She shared the experience. She would basically come into school and she would make sure that the nurse kind of would come in and give our whole class a kind of a little bit of a lecture about what Tourette's is and what to do when you notice someone that has Tourette's, and how you can help someone with Tourette's. And I would get up and talk a little bit to the class and share my experience. And because of that, I felt so much better about everything and going to school. How much did having a support system impact your experience with Tourette's during your school days? It meant the world to me. You know, growing up when there's so much change happening, and especially like when you're going into your teenage years, there's already a lot of pressure, and there's already a lot of peer pressure and all of this stuff. And so knowing that no matter what would happen at school, if I had a bad tick day or if I got bullied for my ticks and all of that, I knew that when I came home, I would have an instant support system. And my mom was always the one to be there to help me through it. Let's see, let's get some more questions. You guys, thank you so much for joining. This is so awesome. I'm so grateful to be talking to you guys about all this. Let's see if I can get some more questions. Michelle Thompson, I'm a singer-songwriter in Nashville and a mom of a son with Tourette. That was beautiful and inspiring. Oh, thank you. Nashville, that's awesome. Well, let's see here. Do we have any more questions, you guys? Is there anything else you want to know? So for me, my tics were more facial twitches. I had a couple of motor tics, but it was mostly like I still have it sometimes, but I would like crinkle, and then I would like roll my eyes. And sometimes I would make like a little sound. So I'd definitely say more facial twitches for sure. Let's see here. Let's see, more questions. Let's see. Melanie says, my son got diagnosed at age 5. He's now 13 and loves to educate people on Tourette syndrome. That is awesome. Okay, I will say, for some reason for me growing up when I was younger, it was like something that was a little, for me, like I was just naturally like a little scared to talk about it and kind of embarrassed, and, you know, didn't want people to think that I was not Kristi because of it. So that's amazing, honestly. That's so cool. Did you need accommodations for ACT? My son has trouble reading quickly when he has tics. Good question. So true story. I went to a community college after high school, so I did not take the ACT. But I will say, for those parents that have kids with Tourette's and they're having a hard time in school with studying and focusing, when they take tests, for me at least, I'm not gonna sit here and be like, you have to do this, but for me, what helped was I would be able to get out of my class and go take my test in a smaller, more private setting. Because I would notice that like the stress of having Tourette's would override me focusing in class and all of that. So I would definitely say, do all you can to find accommodations for yourself or for someone that has it. When I was in school, I was actually a resource student, which meant I would be put in smaller math classes, and I would have an extra class for study skills just to focus on my homework and all of that. So very grateful for that. You guys, thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you guys are having a great Wednesday. Just sharing some info on my experience growing up with Tourette's, and I'm grateful for the Tourette Association for letting me on here. Is there a group for those with Tourette's to support each other's music? If you hear of anything, let me know, because that's super cool. Have you tried hypnotherapy? I have not. Yeah, that's something I have not tried. I will say the thing for me was getting good sleep. I would notice that my Tourette's would flare up if I wasn't getting enough sleep. So that was something that I would really focus on. And yeah, I mean, you know, unfortunately with having Tourette's, tics is just something that you can't control as much as you wish it would. And everyone's different. I mean, what works for me might not work for someone else, but for me, the best thing that helped me was my music and singing and meditation. And also I was on medication. I did take a medication. I eventually got off the medication, but I was taking some of that. Let's see here. Yep. Is it, yeah, Daniel or Danielle? Yeah, lack of sleep and stress equals big flare-ups. That is the truth. So getting on a good sleeping schedule is definitely good. So you want to do everything you can to really de-stress your life, you know? And I will say some of the triggers, what were some of the triggers? Some of the triggers was, you know, in school, beginning of semesters, big tests, life changes. Those were all triggers for me. You know, just getting anxious, feeling stressed about stuff. Thanks so much for sharing your experience as a grandma of a grandson with Tourette's. It's so good to hear your experience. That's super cool, Lillian. Air cadets helped my son a lot. It requires a lot of concentration for drill. Now he teaches young cadets. See, that's what I'm saying. We got to have a purpose. Like when we have a purpose, it's a great experience. Well, you guys, thank you so much for tuning in. This has been such a great experience sharing my journey with Tourette's. Okay, wait, I see CBD. I've heard about CBD. I need to educate myself more on that. You guys, thank you for sharing things that have helped you, how you've helped others with Tourette's. All of this is so good. This is all so great, you guys. And of course, I'm sitting here saying we all experience this different. Everything is treated differently, and it might be different for someone else. Well, you guys, I'm going to play my song for you again. And if you just hopped on here, my name's Kristi Krause. I just released a song on Spotify, iTunes, and Apple Music about my experience with Tourette's called Who I Am. And I'm gonna play it for you guys again. And I wrote this song when I was in a really dark time in my life dealing with Tourette's. And I can say that this song was truly my way of healing and dealing with it and understanding it and understanding myself. And if there's anything that I can leave with you guys today, it's that please never be afraid of who you are, no matter what you deal with, because those things is what makes us beautiful. And I'm going to share this with you. And I hope that you guys have a great rest of your week. We have one more thing. If my tics, wait, I gotta read one more question. If my tics get in the way during work hours, what should I do? Give yourself a break. I'd say give yourself about 5 minutes to kind of do something that makes you feel happy, makes you feel good. And allow yourself that, you guys. Allow yourself to have some time for you. Okay, here's Who I Am. Why do I get so stressed out? Why am I feeling so down? I just can't shake it. In those moments when there's silence all around, you don't know, but there's a storm spinning around. In my head, got me tired. I keep putting one foot in front of the other, as hard as it is, this is a part of who I am. Constant wars, rain is pouring in my mind, and I hate that I try so hard to control and confine. I don't want my weakness to show, but I am learning to let go. There is beauty in this feeling of brokenness, and I'm accepting these many pieces of myself, and those in my life remind me I am not alone. I won't let the darkness win, 'cause in the light there's happiness, as long as I keep putting one foot in front of the other, as hard as it is, this is a part of who I am. Oh, and I'm trying every day. Oh, I'm fighting on my way. It comes in waves, but these trials that I face only make me stronger. I'm gonna let the light in, 'cause in the light there's happiness, as long as I keep putting one foot in front of the other, as hard as it is, this is. Oh, I hope you understand, this is part of who I am. That was my song, Who I Am, out on streaming platforms right now. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to this Facebook Live. This was definitely such an amazing experience, and I want to once again thank the Tourette Association of America for allowing me to take over your Facebook. Thank you for understanding my story, you guys. You can go ahead and message me, find me on Instagram, share your story with me, and let's chat some more. But I'm gonna get going, and I see you guys. I've been reading your comments, and I'm just so grateful. All I can say is that because of Tourette's, I know that I feel like I have a bigger purpose, and it is something that I no longer want to shut out, but it is something that I embrace because it's who I am. And you guys can all find, I know that you guys can all find a way to cope and deal with those things, and it's unique for everybody. Everyone's different. So for me, it was music, and I'm so grateful for that. And thank you for all your support, and please message me, share your story with me. I'd love to hear more about you guys and your experiences. And I'm going to get going. Thank you.